Welcome to the Vanilla to Vixen podcast. This show contains adult content, so if you are under 18 or easily offended, please switch off now. Mr. and Mrs. N are not qualified relationship counsellors. This show is for entertainment purposes only. Now the disclaimer is out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy our journey from Vanilla to Vixen.
Welcome to episode 165 of Vanilla to Vixen. We are your hosts, Mr. and Mrs. N, and we're also sometimes known as
the Naughty Couple.
Hello, Mrs. N.
Hello, Mr. N.
Welcome, everybody, to the 165th episode of Sex-Filled Madness. Oh my goodness, what information and fun tidbits we have for you this week. Talking of tits, we have the list of the towns with the biggest interest in boobs.
Oh my God.
That's for later on. We're saving that for you. So if you think you live in the horniest town in the UK, interested in the biggest boobs, we can tell you if it's true.
That's interesting. I wonder if it'll be like last week's, where the most filthiest area was the Midlands. Are we going to come top again, do you think?
I am saying nothing. I'm not giving anything away. But I do have a story to tell you.
Oh, jolly good.
It's the story of the man who works in a pickle factory.
Okay.
And he's worked in the pickle factory for 19 years.
Wow.
And he's only just about kept his job for the 19 years. He's kind of done the bare minimum and just kept his job. And there's lots of layoffs. The factory's not doing well. And so he's been very loyal and he turns up on time, but just does the bare minimum. So they don't want to just sack him, get rid of him. So they think, right, we'll send him to a psychiatrist, see if we can up his level a little bit, you know, his work ethic, and get him motivated. So work on his motivation. We'll send him to a psychiatrist, see what he can do. So the man goes off to the psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist looks at his file, and he says, you know, you're not very motivated. What's the problem? And the man says, well, he says, I'm going to be honest with you, Doc. He said, I've had this weird fetish for 19 years. I just really want to stick my dick in the pickle cutter. The doc looks to him and he's like, oh, no. I'm sure we can fix this. It's a mental problem. I'm an absolute expert in this field. We can sort this out. So anyway, he says, we're going to need many weeks of help with this problem. So you're going to have to book many repeat appointments. You're going to have to come and see me weekly. He says, okay, we'll sort it. Don't worry. So the man goes away, goes back the following week, and the doc looks at his employment record again. He says, no, still need to lift your motivation. He says, I can't help it, Doc. I just want to stick my dick in the pickle cutter. And the psychiatrist says, no. You're going to lose your dick. It's going to make a terrible mess. They'll have to shut all the machinery down. It's just going to be awful. We've got to stop this. And the man says, all right then, okay, but it's just a fetish I've had. I've had it for 19 years. I don't know how you're going to get rid of it. And the psychiatrist says, right, come and see me again next week. We'll try and get deeper into the problem. He says, okay. Goes away. And the man walks into his office the following week, big smile on his face. And he said, I'm sorry, Doc, I finally did it. I stuck my dick in the pickle cutter. I'm really sorry. And the psychiatrist says, oh no, what happened? Was it as bad as I thought it was going to be? Did your dick get cut off? Did they have to shut all the machinery down? Did they fire you? What happened? He said, well, yes, I got fired. He said, and they also fired the pickle cutter as well.
That wasn't going where I thought it was going.
There you go, you see. So don't go sticking your dick in the pickle cutter. We move on. We've got a lot to talk about this week.
We have. There's been more information in the news.
Oh, we've got lots of news. We've got lots of news to talk about. But first, we've got to tell everyone what it was like at the hotel takeover. We had the V2V Velvet Vixen's hotel takeover.
We did.
Oh, my goodness.
It was quite an eventful evening.
It was.
The weather was a bit dodgy.
The weather was... It was it Storm Agnes or
I can't remember what her name was, but she was
Mary.
A bit, yeah, she was a bit angry. At one point, I saw obviously the rain coming down at an angle, along with a load of leaves blowing around. I thought, "Hey up, we're in the Wizard of Oz."
It was like a typhoon in Worcestershire.
It was.
And we walked in, and it was colder inside than it was outside.
It was a little bit.
It was absolutely freezing. And the manager of the hotel came up to us and she said, "I'm really, really sorry, Mr. and Mrs. N. The boiler's broken down."
Yeah.
And we were like, "Oh, no."
So we've got no heating, no hot water.
No heating, no hot water. We're like, "Oh, my goodness." And then she said, "Don't worry. Don't panic. We've called a heating engineer out.
Yes.
And he's on his way. But we've told him it's just a domestic property because if he knows it's like a great big hotel, we didn't think he'd come out of the weekend late at night. So we told him it was just a domestic property. And we stood there in front of big banners saying V2V, ignite your passion.
With scantily clad woman on
With
it.
scantily clad all over our point of sale, what do you call it, banners and everything. And sure enough, he walks in.
Yep.
And the manager of the hotel said, if he goes down near the playrooms, we can't let anyone play until he's gone. And I saw him well, you were dressed very scantily, weren't you, Mrs. N?
I was in a little velvet dress. It wasn't bad.
It was low cut. It was low cut.
Yeah, there was some cleavage showing.
He did have a look at the boobs.
It was the first thing he looked at. He went to say hello, but he wasn't looking at me with his eyes.
He saw the boobs. And then he saw the sign, okay?
Yeah.
And we had Mr. and Mrs. Mother Trucker, and it's a big, long corridor. Mm-hmm. It's a big, long corridor. At the end of the corridor, there's a toilet, okay? And little tiny toilet at the end. And anyway, he just was like, aye, what's going on here? And he just disappeared. He fixed the boiler, thank goodness.
He did, thank goodness, yes.
That was all fixed. And then, this was late at night, on a Friday night, I saw Mrs. Mother Trucker come down the corridor. And her face, she's always smiling. Mrs. Mother Trucker's lovely.
She is a little smiler.
She's a little smiler, and she was smiling, very pretty face, and just smiling. And then I saw her face change as she walked down the corridor. And she said, I think the plumber's just taken a shit inside. She said, it stinks down there. And I was like, oh my God.
I went off to investigate, didn't I? Because I was like, really? Because I thought, I can't smell anything.
No.
So I wandered down the corridor until I got about 5 foot away from the toilet, and it was almost like, you know, when you go abroad and you get off the plane and the heat just hits you.
But the back door was open.
The back door was open.
So it could have been like a waft of something coming through.
Oh my God, it was so strong.
I think it was a waft. I think it was like dead farm animals or something.
It was really... So I had to go into the toilet to get the air freshener. It was like a fog just in that area.
We can't 100% be sure, though. It could have been some dead farm animals that we don't know. But we do know it was fixed.
It was fixed.
And it heated up really quickly.
Which was lovely.
And it was an amazing night. But We were unsure in those few first minutes. We were like, oh God.
It was like, okay, this is all going a bit Pete Tong.
I set all my DJ equipment up in my coat. I couldn't feel my fingers. I was like, oh shit. I saw some penguins like hop across the lawn. It was one of those evenings that we weren't sure how it was going to work out.
No, but it turned out to be actually a really good evening. It was
amazing.
And yeah, massive thank you to everybody that came that night, because you lot were just brilliant.
Yeah, and we had a couple of single ladies, and they'd never been to an event before.
No.
And that was really exciting that they came to our hotel takeover. And yeah, it was the last hotel takeover of the year.
It is, yeah, it was the last one for the year. The single guy that was there as well, one of the single guys that was there,
yeah,
it was his first time as well,
yes,
doing anything.
Yeah.
And this is what we say about being in the hotel. It's probably not quite as intimidating as going to a club.
Mm-hmm.
And the single guy actually said to me, thank you so much. It's really put me at ease. It's really kind of given me a stepping stone to what to expect, which was lovely to hear, because that's kind of like why we like that venue, for that reason.
I think it's just the idea of going to a club.
Yeah.
And I think it's just the word club, because you associate club with regulars, don't you, that all go and all know each other.
Yes.
It kind of sets a precedent that everybody knows each other and a certain thing happens there regularly.
Yeah.
And I think with a hotel, people expect that to be more, I don't know, unorchestrated, or, you know.
Maybe.
I don't know. But I think a club is as easy to attend as a hotel takeover, but it's certainly very popular with the newbies.
It is. It is. And anybody that knows our event at the hotel, or has been to our event at the hotel, knows that we do like to play little games just to get the atmosphere going, get everybody warmed up. We bought some new games, didn't we, Mr. N?
The games fitted perfectly because the heating came on. Obviously, it took an hour or two to warm up. The games this time were physical games.
They were physical, yes.
We'd definitely gone more physical than before. And it was a good choice.
It was a good choice.
We had cupping balls, I think it was called.
Cupping balls was for the gentlemen.
Cupping balls, and what was the other one called?
It was called twerking pong.
Yes, twerking pong.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Which was really supposed to be for the ladies, but things got a little bit...
Do you want to explain the games of how they worked?
Okay, so the cupping balls was a plastic cup with a soft ball in it, attached to some elastic.
Yes.
And there was a little belt that went round your waist, and you had to swing the ball in between your legs.
So the men had to do... The men had cupping balls. The women did the twerking pong.
Yes.
And we kind of had like a face-off. Cupping balls, twerking pong, face-off. And the movement we decided that was most successful for cupping balls was like a mad thrusting movement.
You did have a go at this, didn't you?
So we played spin the bottle, good old-fashioned 70s spin the bottle to see who went first.
Yeah.
And I got called out, so
yes.
I did the cupping balls, and you have to do like a thrusting movement.
We didn't actually realise just how physical it was going to be.
I know. Some of the ladies were exceptionally good at twerking pong.
In fairness, we did have to tweak the twerking pong just a tad.
You had to make a couple of the ladies' holes a bit bigger.
We did. So if you
we had to stretch the ladies' holes.
We had to stretch them. So imagine this. So you've got a little box with a hole in it with 5 ping pong balls attached to some ribbon that ties around your waist.
Yeah.
So the box kind of sits on the top of your bottom, so to speak. And the idea is that you twerk and the ping pong balls pop out of the hole. However, the hole wasn't big enough, and there was a lot of twerking and no popping going. So Mrs. Mother Trucker Blaster went and found some scissors, and we adapted it just to make it a little bit easier.
The holes were stretched.
They were stretched.
But I still think it was easier to twerk the balls out of the little box than it was to get the little rubber ball in the cupping balls cup. Some of the ladies were exceptionally good.
They were.
And they were... Within minutes, they were popping those balls out like you wouldn't believe.
There was one person that stood out, though. So Mr. Mother Trucker decided to do the twerking rather than the cupping.
Yes. I think he got called out. I don't know why he got called out to do the twerking instead. I don't know how it all worked out. I think we span a lady for the cupping, didn't we?
Yeah,
it got crossed over.
It did a little bit. But oh my word. Who knew?
He's a world championship twerker.
He is. He twerked them ping pong balls quicker than I don't know what.
Very good. I, however, went face to face with a lady who wasn't so good at twerking. She was a trier, bless her. So the thrusting motion was quite exhausting.
Everyone was knackered.
So we want to apologise. Several people had groin strains. So you would think that when people go to a swingers club and come away with groin stains, you think, aye. But it was all quite innocent. It was playing, cupping balls.
I think most people went downstairs to the beds to actually have a sleep because they were exhausted.
I know. It was a bizarre situation, but it was a lot of fun.
It was really good fun. And we did get comments to say that people thought the games were brilliant and they would have been happy to have had more.
I certainly wouldn't.
No.
After 5 minutes of thrusting, I actually turned to the lady who I was meant to be facing off and went, please just twerk those balls. I just want to lose. Please stop. And she just kind of kept looking at me going, please get that bloody ball in that cup.
At one point, somebody went to grab your cup to put it at... It wasn't quite at the right angle, was it?
Somebody was saying to me, you're raising your ball, Mr. N. It's like, Mr. N, you're raising your ball, but you're not getting it in the cup. The cup's not in the right angle. But no, I wasn't very good at cupping the ball.
Oh, but it was a really good night. And yeah, everybody that attended was so lovely. And we had a great night, really, didn't we?
It was brilliant.
And thankfully, the weather had settled down for our journey home.
And it's the last leg of our October tour.
It is.
Tonight.
Yes.
Tonight we're at Vegas Vixens. It's the Vegas Vixens party back at Liberty Elite. So we've done Purple Mamba at Nottingham. All this month we've done Purple Mamba at Nottingham. We've done Cateshill House at the Hotel Takeover in Worcestershire. And tonight we are in Leicestershire. We have places left for couples and single ladies. If you want to come and see us tonight, in Leicestershire at Liberty Elite.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
Yes. So if you do want to get on the guest list, because you need to be on the guest list, otherwise they won't let you in, how can they contact us, Mr. N?
You can contact us. You can simply go onto our website, which is V2, that's the number 2, V2V.uk. There's no co in there. It's just 5 letters. V, number 2, V.uk. V2V.uk. If you go on there, all the information how you can email us, all the information on our events, all the prices and everything, all on there. Go and have a look on our website. Send us an email or go on to Fab Swingers. We are Naughty Couple, spelled NAUGHTYCP1. Go on to Fab Swingers. You can send us a message via Fab Swingers and you can join us on our event tonight.
And talking of Mrs. Mother Trucker...
Yes.
Guess what time it is?
I think I know.
Go on.
Fun Fact Friday!
Fun Fact Friday!
Snails have teeth, between 1,000 and 12,000 teeth to be precise. They aren't like ours though, so don't be thinking about snails with ridiculously toothy grins.
What?
Toothy grins. Toothy grins.
Oh my God.
I love that. That's brilliant. Who knew that? Who was the person that went and counted all the teeth in a snail?
Can you imagine being a snail dentist? Be like the easiest job in the world. I don't know. You have to use like a little microscope.
What if they all went off to Turkey?
Take your teeth.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been on an LSD trip listening to this episode.
Thank you as always, my lovely.
And we move on. Now, just before we go into the main meat of the show, I do want to say, if you can't make it to the event tonight at Vegas Vixens,
yes,
We do have an amazing event coming up, which I'm really, really excited. On Saturday, the 8th of November, we are back at Liberty Elite. So we've finished our tour. We've got almost a whole month off. Saturday, the 8th of November, we are doing 1940s night.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's going to be amazing.
I'm really, really excited about this one.
You know what it's like, man in uniform.
Oh.
So you can dress up. It's a themed thing. You can do the whole man in uniform, 40s. You know, you could be your RAF. You could be military. You could be an army man.
Yeah.
You could, anything you want.
You could be Home Guard, even.
Yes.
The Home Guards, weren't they?
Yeah, I was going to sing the theme tune to Dad's Army then.
No, don't do that. They'll cut us off.
That'll be a copyright ban.
Ladies could go down the uniform route if they wanted to, or they could be Land Army girls, or just a little 1940s siren.
Sounds brilliant.
I know. Can't wait. Really looking forward to that one.
If you're a little bit kinky, you could come in a gas mask.
You could. You could.
It's 1940s night, V to V style. Again, it's going to be absolutely welcoming to newbies. So if you've never been to a club before, our nights are completely no pressure, no expectations. It's a fun night. Come and meet us. Come and meet the naughty couple. Come and meet our amazing crew.
Yes.
It's going to be one of the last events of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So come and see us if you can. The event is advertised on v2v.uk. And talking of events for next year, we've got things lined up, haven't we, in the pipeline?
We certainly do.
And we can't talk too much about it. We don't want to let the cat out the bag. But we've got some...
We're going to tease you.
We've got some really, really exciting things for V2V planned.
Yes.
And V2V is going to get bigger next year. It's going to be massive. Can't tell you anymore. We'll tell you soon. Very, very soon.
Oh, you are such a tease.
It's going to be good next year. 2026. Oh, yeah. It's going to be a big one.
Right. I want to move on before we go on to the meat of the show, as you call it, Mr. N.
Yes.
People that listen to our podcast know that we have a Discord group.
We do.
And every week, the amazing team that help run our Discord group come out with a question of the week. This week's question I thought was brilliant.
I haven't even seen it.
You've not seen it, so this is a whole surprise for you. So this week's question came from one of our lovely ladies. And the question was, what is the best bit of swinging advice have you been given? So if there are any newbies listening who are thinking of dipping their toes, this advice could be really useful.
I'm just having a little think. The best swinging advice probably was from the cabin girl.
Right.
Mr. N, don't put too much chocolate in that fountain. But I didn't listen. I overfilled the chocolate fountain.
Yeah, the horse had already bolted on that one.
Terrible mess everywhere. We won't talk about that.
So I'm going to read some of the replies because I think this is really, really useful and helpful tips for people.
Okay.
So the first one is just say hello.
Just go around going, hello.
Exactly. Just say hello. It's better than just sitting in the corner and not saying anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one's a big one. This should be top of the list. Don't take one for the team.
That's a really, really good piece of advice.
It is.
And we always say that. And it's good for two reasons. Number one, if you do take one for the team. So taking one for the team is if you're in a couple and your partner really fancies one of the other couple and you're kind of left there and you're going, yeah, but I'm not really into this. I'm not really feeling it with that person. If you go ahead with it, that other person will probably know.
Yeah.
And it will leave them feeling like shit.
Yeah.
So by not taking one for the team, you are actually being nice and being kind to the other person as well as yourself, because
Absolutely.
you're not going through something you don't want to go through, and the other person is the kindest thing to the other person. So if you're just not into their style of play, be honest, and just say, no, that's not for me.
I wish I'd had that piece of advice when we first started, Mr. N.
It's all in the book. if you want to read about our escapades, the book's still out there, you know.
It's still out there.
It's on Amazon, Vanilla to Vixen, My Journey from Vanilla Life to Hot Wife.
Okay, the next one is, when visiting a club, set yourself a goal to talk to at least 3 people or 3 couples.
And we've had people that have done that and then come up to us and said how amazing they felt that they achieved their goal.
Yeah, exactly.
And it may sound like a really silly little thing to just talk to 3 couples in a swingers club. But when you're brand new and you walk in there, to do that, to go up and talk to 3 people in that environment, and I guarantee by the time you get to the 3rd couple, you will feel like you're 8 foot tall. You'll feel like, I've done this, I've achieved this, I've won.
It's so true. It is so true.
And your confidence will just go up and up and up.
Yeah. This one is another good one. Discuss boundaries regularly or before each event or meet, because boundaries will change.
That's very true.
That's good advice, that is.
Boundaries are they're not like concrete, they're not set in stone. It's like a bucket of water, your boundaries. They change, they swirl around and sometimes get a bit kinky. We won't go there.
No. This one is from a newbie. So as a newbie, have 0 expectations when visiting a club or a social meet. That way you'll not be disappointed with the outcome.
It's almost impossible. But it's a bit of advice, but you won't follow it anyway. You'll always have some expectations.
Exactly. I am going to name this one, and I'm sure he won't mind me doing it. The lovely, lovely Mr. Mother Trucker. His advice is just be yourself and take things at your pace.
Absolutely. Or go at the pace of your partner if they are going a little bit slower than you.
Yeah.
You've always got to take it at the same pace as the slowest person in your partnership. It's no good trying to rush your partner, otherwise they'll go straight off of the idea and you won't go back.
Yeah, exactly. I think this one has to be number 1. Communication is key.
Absolutely. We bang on week after week after week about communication. And actually, Mrs. N, talking of that, I would like to bring up a little news article.
Oh, okay.
And the advice given, I think, differs to probably what we would say.
Okay.
So I saw this article in the Metro newspaper, and it's a little bit like a Dear Deirdre kind of like writing. I think it's written by Laura Collins, I think. And it says, my boyfriend wants to make our cuckold fantasies a reality.
Okay.
And I'm unsure. And it says, fantasy and reality can absolutely coexist, but many people prefer to keep them 2 worlds firmly separated. Despite the fact she enjoys her boyfriend's cuckold fetish, when it comes to dirty talk and role play, this sex column reader isn't as enthusiastic at the prospect in real life. He wants to bring another man into the bedroom and watch them have sex, just as they fantasise about it together. But she isn't sure it's the right decision, or how to tell him how she feels. So here is the lady's letter that she's written in.
Okay.
She says, my friends all love talking about their sex lives, but I've yet to hear anyone discuss the sort of things I do with my boyfriend. What turns us both on is talking about wild fantasies involving sex with other people and the things they do to us. It's all made up role play between consenting adults, but now he has decided he wants to try out some of the things for real. In particular, a fantasy we often have involving me having sex with a much older man.
Oh.
Does that ring any bells, Mrs. M? We started off as not cuckold, but we didn't even know.
No, we didn't even know what that
what
was.
the labels were, but we
Yeah.
had the hot wife fantasy, didn't we?
Yeah, we did,
Definitely had the
definitely,
hot wife
yeah.
fantasy. My partner now wants me to find someone whose profile fits the bill and have passionate sex with this guy while he watches. Of course, I want to please him, but whilst I'm happy with the fantasies, I feel slightly uncomfortable about actually doing it in real life. He usually takes the lead in our imaginary scenarios, and I'm happy to go along with it. I'm not forced into anything, and I do enjoy it, but listening to what my friends get up to, I feel like I'm not exactly normal. I hate that word.
I hate it when people say that.
Especially if we act out. I haven't mentioned my reservations as I don't want him to think I'm a goody two-shoes. I do want to be broad-minded and adventurous, but now it feels like he wants to go a bit too far. I think our advice would be different to the advice of the column writer.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know anything about Laura Collins of the Metro. She might be the hottest, wildest swinger in the golf club. I don't know. But we, as people who have been through that scenario and lived out that scenario, and okay, it worked out well for us. I'm sure there are people out there where they've experimented and it's not worked out. What would your advice be to that girl?
It's really simple. It's basically you need to talk to him about how you are feeling.
Communication.
It's got to be communication because, as we've said before, sometimes the fantasy is a lot hotter than the reality.
Yeah.
Because trying to find the exact person that fits into that fantasy.
Yeah, it's very different when they're sitting there in front of you.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's good positive advice. I'm going to read out the advice of the column writer.
Okay.
And I don't think she's a swinger.
Right, go on.
She says, I'm a great believer in anything goes, as long as it's legal and between consenting adults. But if you feel like you've reached your limit, don't feel like you have to do anything just to please your boyfriend. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Or the stranger you hook up with, who will doubtless have a good time. You're not simply a passenger on this journey. Totally agree with that.
Yeah.
It's your journey together and you're not a passenger. You're in it together. You both should be steering that train. Can you steer a train? It's on a track. I don't know.
Let's go with it.
That's a shit metaphor.
It is, but never mind. Let's go with it.
And saying you want to please him or you're happy to go along with it don't really sound like ringing endorsements. But she did say she enjoys it.
Yeah.
I'll carry on. It feels as though there's a slight power imbalance in your relationship where your boyfriend is quite happy to put you in an uncomfortable or even risky situation without due regard of what you want. I think that's extremely negative.
That's a little bit man-bashing, that is.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
I thought so too. I've not obviously read this to you. We're doing it for the first time on air. I'll carry on. Maybe you were brought up to believe your needs weren't important.
Where did that come from?
But you're an adult now and the time has come to stand up for yourself. You're perfectly entitled to draw the line at fantasy talk without having to act out these situations in order to satisfy your boyfriend. She said she enjoys it.
Exactly.
Please only do what you really want to do. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And don't allow yourself to be persuaded that sex with an older stranger while your boyfriend fulfills his fantasies and watches is okay if that's what he wants. And that's it. I thought that advice was pretty harsh.
I just think that is because if she's the type of person that is looking for an answer to how she's feeling, which is how it came across.
I totally agree. I think the way you described that's exactly what she was doing. She's like, and the word she used, we really enjoy this, but I don't feel normal.
Yeah, exactly.
And the columnist hasn't addressed that at all.
No, not at all. All she's done is man bash the boyfriend to make out that he's putting her under this immense pressure to do something that she clearly doesn't want to do.
When she says she's not sure if she wants to go down that route.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that's quite dangerous advice to give because
I agree.
If she is the sort of person that takes that kind of advice on board, literally, how is she ever going to be able to communicate honestly with her boyfriend? And
not one word of communication in there.
No, it's all about you don't have to do it. You don't have to do it, which is true. She doesn't.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's important to
But this is a journey
that.
they're doing together. You know, they fantasize together. And yes, fine, the boyfriend obviously feels he wants to take the next step. She's not sure, but that's fine. You discuss it together.
Absolutely. And I think a good time to discuss it is after you've both come. Because that is like, it's the sober post cum moment. Because that's when, okay, we've done the fantasy.
Yes.
And you know in that moment of sobriety whether you really do want to go down that path.
Yeah, it's true. That's actually really good advice, Mr. N.
And then if you do want to do something like that, my advice if that Metro reader's listening to the Vanilla Vixens. She might be, you never know.
She may well be.
And if you do want to go down that path, do it safely. And the safest way, in my opinion, it's only in our opinion, as always, is at a club.
Yeah.
Because it's monitored, it's a professional environment, and you are safe in most clubs.
The other reason why I agree with what you're saying with that is if you are communicating with another gentleman and it's all over text message or whatever, there is a high chance that that person isn't actually who they say they are.
Yeah.
And they're not the person that you think that they're going to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then
for a private meet
exactly.
situation,
so you could have put out that this is what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody slightly older who's very passionate.
And you don't know where they're going to look.
No.
They probably won't know about Fab Swingers.
No.
They've probably got no idea, although it's pretty easy to find swinging websites these days. If cuckold is your fetish,
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point you're going to reach Fab Swingers or Swing Hub, something like that.
I mean, there needs to be a lot of communication before you even try this, because you've also got to decide, and myself and Mr. N have been in this position, if you want to kind of go down that cuckold route, you need to know that that person is also respecting your boyfriend.
I also think as well that the advice is, I mean, bless her, she's used the cuckold. When you kind of get more into the scene, you realise that there's a huge difference between a stag vixen relationship and a cuckold relationship.
Yeah.
So cuckold is often verbal humiliation.
Yeah.
It can be physical humiliation. You could keep the partner out of the bedroom. And of course, this is all done with consent. Very, very important. So it's a fun way to fantasize in reality. But there's a huge difference between cuckolding and stag vixen, where the male I'm using the male. You can have a cook queen, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
But you often have where the stag just simply enjoys watching the woman with another man. It's a fantasy. It's a fetish. It's a kink. And I just think she was being really harsh with that reader.
And if anything, what she's kind of replied with to me, that couple needs to do some research. They need to read up about this fantasy that they've got and the differences, like you've just said, between stag and vixen and cuckold. Yeah. Because if they go into it thinking they want one thing and not actually understanding what it means, that could be a recipe for disaster.
Absolutely. So again, for me, it would be visit a club, check out the scene, do lots and lots of research, lots of reading.
Look things up. And
my advice to the column writer in the Metro, that wasn't like a call-in where she had to answer that message on the spot.
No.
My advice to her is probably do a bit more research before you hand out the advice, and just include communication in there, because I think that's a most important thing for any relationship is good communication, and she had barely mentioned it.
I know. That was a really good article to bring up, Mr. N.
I saw it and I just thought, definitely save it for a podcast.
No, and it fits in very well. But going back to the question of the week.
Absolutely.
Which is, what's the best piece of swinging advice have you been given?
Yeah.
There's a couple here from the ladies.
Oh, let's hear the ladies' responses.
So, wear what makes you feel comfortable and sexy. Nobody cares if you have a wobbly tummy, huge or small boobs. People will love you for who you are.
The dress is probably the most asked question we always get when a couple decides to finally come to an event. The ladies' dress is always, what do I wear? I don't want to stick out.
Yeah.
How dressy do I make it? How undressy do I make it?
Yeah.
Why is it so important for a woman?
I mean, I don't know from a man's perspective, not being male, but for a woman, when you put on certain clothing, it can make you feel a certain way. So, so for example, you wear a suit, you can feel quite empowered. If you wear sexy lingerie, it makes you feel really, sexy. When you go into a club, and especially if it's a dress down club where people dress down straight away, I think you're probably at your most vulnerable.
Yeah.
And so you want to be in something that makes you feel confident and comfortable.
And even a dress-up club.
Even a dress-up club, yeah. I mean, we always say to anybody that attends our events, even if it's a themed night, you wear what you feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
You know, obviously some clubs have dress codes, so, you know, smart casual kind of thing. Some people go really high up and get really dressed up. It's just what you feel comfortable in. Nobody is going to judge you.
And to make it clear for anybody that doesn't understand, a dressed down club, you could go in your tracksuit, because what happens is you go into the club and you instantly dress down. So you will be in a towel, or you could be guys can be in underpants, ladies in lingerie. It's a permanent dress down club.
Yeah.
Whereas a dress up club, it's like going out to a restaurant or to a discotheque. Do you remember those?
Blimey!
No, I'm taking the proverbial. But it's like going out to a night out, you know, where you dress smart and sexy. I mean, I know which one we prefer, Mrs. M.
Yes.
We're fans of the dress up.
We are friends. We are fans of the dress up because to us, that's almost the start of your evening.
Yeah.
So putting on something sexy gets you in that kind of nice frame, you know, and then you go to the club. And we've always been super lucky that wherever we've been, people are just so lovely and friendly. You get compliments from other women, you get compliments from men, and that just boosts your morale anyway.
When you go into a swingers club for the first time, we have a motto, which is you leave your judgment at the door. So you will often find that a lot of clubs are like that you will get such beautiful, honest compliments, and it's quite strange when it first happens, isn't it?
I have a perfect example of this when we did our Gangsters and Dolls evening at Purple Mamba.
Oh, what a night.
So obviously originally I was going to go as a flapper girl.
I remember. Yeah. I remember it well.
And then kind of changed last minute and actually went as a female gangster.
Yeah.
If I was 100% honest with you, I didn't actually feel very sexy in that outfit.
Was that because I called you Heflick?
Well, yeah, that didn't help. That didn't help. But do you know what? The amount of comments and compliments I had from people attending the event.
You look super sexy, Mrs. N.
But what I'm trying to say is, even though I didn't think I looked sexy, having people compliment you and everything else made me feel incredibly sexy. And that's how powerful it is.
Do you think that was because your outfit that night, and I'll say for listeners that are listening, that you were wearing a black leatherette, let's call it, leather effect, kind of almost PVC type leatherette effect skirt.
Yes.
You were wearing a sexy white low-cut shirt and like a trilby hat.
I had seamed stockings on.
But that outfit for you was quite out of your, even for your fancy dress wardrobe, that was quite out of your comfort zone.
Very much so.
And so do you think that perhaps that contributed to you not feeling 100% comfortable?
Yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly.
Okay.
But I just love the fact of how powerful it is when people pay you compliments and people, you know, and they don't have to. Nobody's asking them to do it. So the fact that they just come out and say, "Oh my God, you look amazing. That's such a cool outfit."
Yeah.
That actually was like, "Oh, thanks." You know what I mean? And then and then it helped because then I did feel so much better.
I think the argument for the dress down clubs, which there's a lot of people out there that enjoy dress down clubs, but it puts everyone on the same level.
Yes.
So, you know, when you're in there, everybody's in their towel or everybody's in their boxer shorts, or all the ladies have got towels around them or in lingerie. So some couples, some people prefer that you instantly strip down. I think an instant strip down club, I've got nothing against them. I love Chameleons.
Yes, yeah.
So Chameleons in Darlston is a dress down club. and I love that club. I think it's a great club, but I do feel sometimes, even I as a regular club goer, sometimes can feel a little bit vulnerable when you walk straight in and you're stripping off immediately. It's like, I'm not even had my cheesy chips yet. Steady on.
So that's interesting. But and then another reply from the ladies was, don't compare yourself to others. Stick with the things that you want to do and don't feel that swinging should look a particular way.
That's great advice. It's not a sport, it's a hobby.
Exactly.
If you're a train spotter, you're not competing to fill that train spotting book up immediately.
What is it with you in trains tonight?
It's the crap metaphor episode. But it is. There's hobbies and there's hobbies. This isn't golf where you've got to get your handicap right down to the... It's not a sport. It's something that you should actually enjoy whilst you're doing it. And you're not competing against anyone. So that's really good advice.
It is. Now this one gets my vote.
Okay.
2 ears, 1 mouth. Use them in that order.
Oh, is that from a man or a woman?
It's from a man.
That is great advice.
Isn't that awesome advice?
I think it's a great advice for all single guys.
Yeah.
2 ears, 1 mouth. Use them in that order.
Yeah. It's all about listening.
Absolutely.
That is such good advice. This one's a good one, and I know we've covered this before. Have code words for emergencies. So something like, if I'm not comfortable in this situation and one thought, we need to get out right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had people on the podcast that have given, they've told us, haven't they, their little either code words or things that they do to kind of flag to the other.
Subtle ones like, taser, taser, taser.
This was an interesting one. Take the bull by the horns and mingle. Don't close yourself off by sitting on a couch.
That goes right back to our first single-digit episodes, where we always said to people, especially if you take a club like Liberty Elite,
yes,
where you have Chesterfield sofas really cut you off.
Yeah, they can do, yeah.
And there's a lot of 2-seater sofas in Liberty Elite. So if you sit down in one of the Chesterfield sofas, only 2 of you can sit there and you're cutting yourself off. The best place, I think, for social places are bars, hot tubs, or vaping areas.
Yeah, it's true. They're really good.
3 of the best places in clubs.
Yeah. This one I also love. Don't forget the wet wipes.
You got to love a wet wipe.
So this is the reply from the lady that actually did the question, and she's given quite a few tips, but I just want to pick out some that she's actually said. Never be afraid to say no. We're all adults, and a polite no is not rude. That's
really important.
That is very, very important.
The worst thing in the world is to go home and feel that you've been pushed into something or been uncomfortable, and you should never ever feel that way about going to a club or anything that happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
This is one she says that she needs to do more of. It says, if you're keen, say so. Don't be a wimp when it comes to approaching others. A very wise man told me that you won't be everyone's cup of tea, but you may be sometimes champagne. The number of times we've chatted to a couple or individual at a club and they've later messaged us they would have loved to have played is crazy. Be braver.
Absolutely. It's the fear of rejection, isn't it?
It is.
And the thing is, obviously, we've been in this game for a little while, and we've both been on both ends, really, where we've approached couples to play and they've said, sorry, you're not our type, and we know how that feels. And it's now, I think we've been in the game long enough to kind of brush that off. But I remember in the beginning, you kind of take that quite personally, don't you?
Yeah. But
the thing is, as you go on in the game, you realise that there's so many different reasons why you could be rejected I hate the word rejected.
I was going to say,
but it is. At the end of the day, let's not like faff around. It is a form of rejection.
Yes,
you know, you want to play and the couple that you're engaging with doesn't want to play.
Yeah.
So it is a form of rejection. But rejection is the kindest thing, because I would rather somebody say, I'm sorry, you know what, you just don't quite fit with our style of play or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rather than go ahead with it and them not be involved. And we've had that situation as well.
Yeah.
And honestly, take it from someone that knows being rejected is a lot kinder than actually going through with it and them not being interested. It's a lot nicer. And we've been on the other end of the situation where we've not felt in the mood.
Yeah.
And we've been approached by people to play, but we've just not been in the mood. And it's like, we're just not feeling it. Now, that couple could go away and go, you know, feeling like, right, mingers. But it's not the case. It's simply the case of it's not you, it's us. We're just not feeling in the mood.
Yeah, and that happens.
Don't take it personally. I know it's really difficult, but don't take it personally, because it's not about you. It's about everyone and how the other people are feeling.
I just think there's some really great tips there.
And if you want to join our V2V Discord room, it's for people that are genuinely interested in coming to V2V events.
Yeah.
And even if you've not been to an event, you are absolutely welcome to join. You can find links and all the rules, and it's not a pickup place.
Definitely not.
So if you're going to just go there and think, yeah, there's going to be some hot ladies, well...
Yes, there will be.
Yes, there will be, but they're not there looking for sex or anything of that nature. It's a social environment, and it's for people that are interested in the naughty hobby and are interested in coming to V2V events.
Yeah, perfect. So, do you want to move on to the meat of the show, Mr. N?
It's the moment everybody's been waiting for.
Really?
Absolutely. 100%. So my eye was drawn to an article in Female First.
Right.
This week. And there's been more research. It seems like there's more research every week. I don't know if this is a think tank, you know, one of those like trendy think tanks. I don't know if it's a company. It's called Research by Pall Mall. I've got no idea.
Nothing to do with Monopoly then.
No idea. It says Britain's boob obsession has been laid bare. I like the opening.
Oh, very good. Very catchy.
With new research showing millions of searches about breasts every month.
I wonder why this caught your eye.
Here we go. Everything's going to be explained to me now. According to a study by private medical clinic Pall Mall. Okay, so it's a private medical clinic. Brits are turning to Google for answers to everything from how to get bigger boobs, searched by more than 2,400 times a month.
Wow, I'm not on there. I'm not Googling how to get bigger boobs.
It's just all gone tits up, hasn't it, Mrs. Okay, so it says, how to get those boobs bigger. How do I get rid of my man boobs was another really popular one, apparently. Okay.
Yeah.
So the north of England leads the fascination. Can you guess some of the cities in the north of England where it was the most popular research?
In the north.
The north of England.
So are we talking like Manchester way?
I would have gone for Manchester. That was a good call. No. Apparently all the girls in Manchester already have big boobs.
Okay.
Okay. So it's actually Warrington and Cheshire.
Oh, okay.
Warrington and Cheshire crowned Britain's most boob-obsessed town, according to 1,418 breast-related searches per 100,000 people each month. That's a lot of people interested in tits.
Yeah, but there could be a million reasons why you're researching boobs.
Close behind are Rochdale with over 1,300 searches. So we're going from the north. The north is number one.
Yeah.
Guess where we're going to number two?
Are we going down to the Midlands by any chance?
Southerners, you need to keep up. we did the research. What was the research of, Mrs. N, a few weeks ago? Britain's most popular kinks and fetishes.
That was it. Yeah. Who was the most kinky?
That was right. Yes. And the Midlands, we found out, are all dirty bastards. So we're back in the Midlands for the second most popular. So the Northerners, they all want bigger boobs, apparently.
Rightio.
Midlands.
Yeah.
West Midlands are number 2. So the West Midlands is one of the highest places for swingers clubs. It's Wolverhampton and Stoke-on-Trent tied with over 1,100 searches for I want bigger boobs.
Really?
Absolutely. And those sexy Geordie lasses,
Hey.
they came in 5th place.
Did they?
A lot of big-breasted girls in Newcastle.
You know that for a fact, Mr. N.
And then rounding out the top 10, you've got Peterborough. That's just down the road.
It is.
With over 1,000 ladies searching for bigger boobs. Salford, then up north, Scottish, Aberdeen.
Oh, right, okay.
Aberdeen.
Well, it's quite cold up there, isn't it? So, you know.
And then it goes on Swindon and Bolton, all just over 1,000 in 100,000 people.
Well,
So,
the Southerners must be all just very content with the size of their bosoms.
I think there must be. And so there's a surgeon whose name is Ramachitam Prasad.
Right.
Okay. And he says he's a boob job surgeon from Pall Mall Clinic. He said breasts are a huge part of body confidence for many people. So it makes sense that so much curiosity is online. While some of the questions are light-hearted, many come from genuine concerns about health, shape or changes. So they might not all be dirty bastards.
Exactly.
There you go, you see. People notice in their bodies. It's a reminder that while the internet can offer quick answers, speaking to a qualified professional is the best way to get medical advice.
That is good advice.
I think it's just men wanting to look at boobs.
Do you think that's what it is?
So well done, Warrington, for being the most boob-obsessed city in the UK. I tip my hat to you.
Well, on the other side of that...
Oh, the flip side of boobs.
Yes, I'm going to talk men.
Oh.
And we're going to talk
not
about...
penises again.
Anybody think I was obsessed? We're going to talk about morning wood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That has happened to me on many occasions.
Yes. So this is from a web page called Vice.
I've read it a few times.
And it says why morning wood matters more than you think.
Oh, okay.
So if you wake up pitching a tent...
Yes, that's happened to me.
You probably roll your eyes, adjust and move on.
No, I say, Mrs. N, sort this out.
It's funny, mildly annoying when you need to pee, and maybe a nostalgic reminder of middle school simpler times. I mean, obviously, I can't...
I don't go all nostalgic.
Do you know when you get a stiffy in the morning?
No, I don't go, oh, blimey, this reminds me of secondary school.
Well, if you want the medical term for it, it's called nocturnal penile tumescene. So it's actually a major barometer of men's health.
Okay.
Ignore it and you might miss what your body's trying to tell you. So here are the basics of it all. Those random erections that show up while you're asleep or just waking up, they connect to blood flow, nerve function and hormones. So think of them as your body's running a systems check in the background. Regular morning wood is usually a sign that things are working as they should.
I see. So it's like a little signal box.
It is.
It's like you know those little signals on railways.
Oh God,
where
we're on trains again.
Where they just pop up. You know, it's like ding ding. Yeah, everything's working fine.
Gee whiz. So when that starts to change or disappear completely, it's worth paying attention to. So for millennial men juggling stress, debt, endless screens and a metabolism that doesn't bounce back the way it used to, morning erections can feel like the last reliable constant. The body pulls them off during REM sleep. What's REM sleep?
Rapid eye movement.
That's the one.
So that's when you're in like your deep sleep. You're meant to be dreaming, and I suppose if your dreams are naughty, that's when it happens.
Yeah. So it's something that you're not aware of, but it's telling your body, your blood vessels to relax and the blood to flow. So it's a maintenance mode.
REM was a cracking band back in the 90s as well. So it could be if you're listening to, Losing My Religion last thing at night before you go to sleep. No, I'm just being ridiculous.
You are being ridiculous. So this is why doctors use the presence or absence of morning erections to figure out if erectile dysfunction is more physical or psychological. If you're struggling to stay hard during sex but still wake up with wood, your body is likely fine. Anxiety, stress or performance pressure might be the real culprit.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah. If morning wood is fading or completely MIA, so missing in action, it could signal vascular issues, low testosterone or side effects from medication.
How fascinating. There's going to be a lot of guys. I think that's a brilliant article, Mrs. N. There's a lot of guys, and if they do worry, and I have been there, I've spoke about this on occasion where I've actually said to people, I said to, it was actually Mr. Saucy I said it to, and had that conversation. I'm like, I'm worried about, and he went, you're just in your own head.
Yeah.
He knew exactly straight away. And I guess it's a good test that if you do get hard-ons at home but you're not getting them in the club, it can just be anxiety. And one of the big things is focus. So when we've been in the big playroom, there's so much going on that sometimes that can be a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
And so for guys, again, if you have that problem, a great solution is just to go to a private playroom where things are quieter, and it's about focus with hard-ons.
Absolutely. Well, the article goes on to say why losing it feels like losing more. So here's where it gets tricky. So for guys between 25 and 45, losing morning erections can feel like an unfair punishment. You're young enough to still want the wild weekends, Tinder hookups and spontaneous sex on vacation.
Steady on 45. Go up just a little bit. We're not ready for, a game of dominoes.
But your body sends you a depressing text message every morning saying, not today, bro. So that absence can screw with your head. One skipped erection isn't a problem. A week without them and suddenly you're Googling, am I broken at 32 at 3 a.m? It's easy to spiral. If my body can't even do this on autopilot, what's going to happen when I actually care? So it's like you've just said, Mr. N, getting inside your own head is not good. So the factors that kill morning wood are, as you've just said, stress and anxiety. Cortisol spikes are anti-erection kryptonite.
Okay.
Alcohol and poor sleep. Your body can't prioritise blood flow if it's fighting through bad REM cycles, thanks to a few drinks.
You're not going to get strong erections if you're tired. We know that when we've been at the club and it's like 1:30 or something. And he's like, no, I'm not going to go for a last chance saloon play here. I'm feeling too tired. It's not going to work out.
No, it doesn't work, does it? Another one is medications.
Yeah.
So SSRIs, such as antidepressants.
And mood inhibitors.
Mood inhibitors, yes. And other common prescriptions are known mood and wood killers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Underlying health issues such as high blood pressure, diabetes or cardiovascular problems often show up down there first. Morning wood happens because of biology. Their absence can sometimes be the body's way of flagging there's a problem. The article goes on to say, don't fret. There's good news. Morning wood is not an all or nothing game. You don't need to wake up with an iron rod every single day to be considered healthy.
Oh, bugger, I wanted it.
Variability is normal. What matters is the pattern. If you used to get them regularly and now it's a distant memory, it's worth a closer look.
It could be a sign of getting a little bit older as well.
Exactly. It also says, and if you're avoiding intimacy because you don't trust your body anymore, that's when the problem goes beyond erections.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that manifests in confidence in relationships and how men view themselves as
Absolutely,
well.
and it's a spiral. Once you start going down that rabbit hole, Trust me, it's a nightmare.
It is.
For a guy, because it's a very personal thing.
It is. I mean, nobody loves doing it, but it's smart to talk to a doctor. It doesn't have to mean a cold waiting room or awkward face-to-face with someone twice your age. Telehealth services exist for exactly that reason. You can get discreet online consultations where a medical professional can prescribe meds like generic Viagra.
There's lots of natural remedies.
There is lots
as well
of natural remedies,
that
yeah.
you can try. Like there's horny goat's weed.
There is.
Which is a natural one. There's natural chocolates and things now that you can get. Whether they work or not, we don't condone all the natural stuff. It's just worth trying and looking into.
It is. It goes on to say morning wood isn't only a pee with precision problem. Do you know, I've never really thought of that you guys have to deal with that.
Mrs. N, you should have more consideration before you go, look, you've pissed all over the floor, Mr. N. With a tent pole at 6 o'clock in the morning, it's very difficult to keep that aim straight.
It's your body's built-in diagnostic, a neon sign flashing whether things are running smoothly or not. Pay attention to the patterns, and if it's gone missing, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. There are ways to fix what's going on, and you don't have to go through the spiral on your own.
That's absolutely fascinating.
Isn't it?
That's really interesting, guys. There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a good natural systems health check if you get a stiffy in the morning.
And if you are struggling with stress and all that kind of thing, which is probably having the most effect on it, go and find ways to go and chill.
And we're going to move from men's libido to ladies' libido.
Yes.
And we've got a lovely email that was sent in to us from a gentleman. I'm not going to read his name out because he's given his full name, which I think is his real name. I'm writing to you as a dedicated listener, and yes, I'm a guy. I've been with you since day one and have listened to every single episode of Vanilla to Vixen. Seriously, every single one.
Oh, bless you.
Your podcast has been an eye-opener and a true game changer for my relationship, offering insightful, honest and often hilarious perspectives on intimacy. I wanted to write in relation to episode 163, Lifting a Woman's Libido. This episode felt like it was made specifically for my partner and myself. We'd been stuck in a rut for a while. I was focusing on the lack of sex instead of the root causes, and I just wanted to give you a big thank you for this episode. So thank you. You didn't just give us advice, you gave us a completely new framework for our relationship that is all about partnership and genuine care. You're doing an amazing, important work, and I appreciate your candidness more than you know. Keep your episodes coming. Sincerely, a loyal listener.
Oh, thank you. That's so lovely.
It is nice to get an email like that.
It is. It is. It's nice to know we make a difference.
Absolutely.
So, talking of libido, women's in particular.
So we're moving from men's to women's.
We're moving back to the women. There was an article in Cosmopolitan which talks about a selection of best libido boosting supplements, balms, chocolates and drinks for improved sexual function.
Okay.
So libido is a mysterious thing. One day it'll have you raring to go and the next it's nowhere to be found. While these fluctuations might seem off-putting, confusing or even concerning as you're going through them, don't worry. Around a third of women in the UK lost interest in sex for 3 or more months in the last year, according to the National Survey of Sexual Attitudes and Lifestyles in 2019.
That's a lot.
So while we've already discussed on previous podcasts, haven't we?
Absolutely.
About how you can lift your libido, things that you can do. This article tells you all about certain supplements and things that can help. So I'm going to go through the top 10.
Okay.
So in reverse order.
So these are the top 10 supplements to lift women's libido.
Absolutely. So number 10 is called Labtonica Saucy Balm. So it's great for sensual massage and apparently it smells delicious.
You can eat it as well.
You can eat it as well, but that apparently helps. Number 9 is called G-Spot Arouse. So it's a drink.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty affordable as well, and it can amp up your arousal.
Does it say how much it is?
It doesn't, unfortunately.
It's just affordable.
Yeah, it's just, exactly. So that was number 9. Number 8 is Blooming Blends Sexy Drops. So you get up to 50 servings per bottle. It's alcohol free, and I think it's just something that you drop into your mouth. So I don't know if you've ever heard of like Rescue Remedy.
Yeah.
You can get drops that you just pop under your tongue.
For like anti-anxiety type stuff.
Same similar thing. Number 7 is Belissa Self-Daily Gummies for women. So apparently they're very cute shaped. And they're not a quick fix, but more of a slow burn. So it's something you take them for a while, and then hopefully you'll start to see the effect. Apparently they are quite pricey. £404.
Holy shit!
at bboutique.co. Gee whiz.
Next one, we'll skip those ones.
We'll skip that one, yeah. So number 6 is For Play His and Hers Couples Chocolate Milk Edition. So it's an experience and a treat. It's £27.99.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah, and it's from a place at the She Spot, it's called. Number 5 is Foria Awaken Arousal Oil with CBD.
Okay, so it's like the cannabis oil without the cannabis, it's all removed.
Yeah, so it's £40. You can get it from Superdrug. Again, it's a tincture, so application is easy. So it's another like you drop thing.
What's that called? Foria? How do you spell that?
So it's Foria. So Foria, I suppose is how it's pronounced. Awaken Arousal Oil with CBD
from Superdrug. There you go.
So it says you'll feel well everything.
You're going to get some of that.
Yeah. Coming in at number 4 is called Dame Arousal Serum. So that's £26 at the She Spot. So light texture, so you don't feel like you're drowning in serum. You pump the bottle. It's easy to use, apparently.
Where do you pump it?
I'm not quite sure. It does say, though, that you have to wait around 15 minutes for it to work its magic.
Okay, so it's like an instant.
Yeah. So I'd be interested to know actually whereabouts. Oh, I think you put it on your vulva. It's vulva balm, apparently. Number 3 is JS Health Libido Plus Formula. So these are like a supplement. So it's a tablet that you take. You have to take them for 2 months to see a change.
Again, they're the long term.
Yeah, and they're $21.99 for a jar. Number 2 is the O Collective Sex Bonbons. Oh, I do love a bonbon.
So you enjoy sweets and you get loads of sex at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. So ethically sourced ingredients and female-founded company, one of the more affordable routes to a fun night. It's got horny goatweed in it.
Really?
As you were talking about, Mr. N.
So horny goatweed is the most sort of like well-known, I suppose, natural remedies. I've tried horny goatweed. I think it's bloody great.
Yeah, it's been good, hasn't it?
Obviously, with all of these, you must get medical professional advice if you're on any tablets, if you're on any medication. Obviously, before taking any sort of supplement, always consult with your doctor first, sensible advice. But horny goatweed, that's been used for years and years and years.
Yeah, it has.
And if you feel like me, I don't like taking drugs and things.
No.
I'm a very natural person. And so for me, like using something more natural like horny goatweed, I prefer that to the thought of Viagra.
Absolutely. Very good. And then coming in at number 1.
This is it. So it's number 1. We're not going to mess around. Let's go for number 1.
Let's just go straight for number 1. It is a Rome Libido supplement for her. It's $19.99 and it contributes to overall physical well-being and libido.
How do you spell Rome?
It is ROAM.
Rome
Libido supplement for her.
Does it say where you can buy that from?
It's from at Rome.
Oh, okay.
So you can go on their website, but it contains 100% natural ingredients to help regulate circulation and blood flow and boost your mood and energy.
So that could be a bit like the horny goatweed.
It could be a little bit.
I think that the whole theory of the horny goatweed is, and guys can take horny goatweed as well, it's meant to promote blood flow.
Yeah.
And you can buy it in chocolate form. My favourite place was Amazon. You could buy the capsules. Obviously, I personally don't know how good they are. It might have been a placebo effect, but I definitely noticed a difference.
Yeah. But I'm just going to reiterate what you just said, that if you are going to take any of these supplements, do get them checked first. I can tell you honestly, I take medication for my damaged nerve endings.
Yeah.
And there are certain supplements I can't take with them because it literally sends your body into imbalance.
Yeah.
And it's not good. So make sure you check first what you can take.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, that just about covers another week of naughtiness.
I think we've just given so much, Mr. N, today.
We've squeezed a lot into a tiny space. That's a sexy thing. So it's time to put on my flashiest Vegas style shirt.
Hey.
Get the Vita V-mobile up and running. We're off to Liberty Elite tonight.
We are.
Still spaces available, don't forget.
Yes, and there are some super, super awesome naughty prizes to win this evening.
Of course, we'll tell you about those next week. But in the meantime, if you can't get tonight, remember, Saturday the 8th of November is our really special 1940s night, and it's one of the last events of this year.
Yes.
We have got one more, but it's one of the last events. So that's going to be epic. It's going to be a massive night. So from me and Mrs. N, we will see you next time.
Take care.
Bye-bye.